Hello, this is H.G. Bailey, and welcome back to Let's Play Golden Sun, The Lost Age. Last time, a couple of you guys wanted me to show what happens if you lose to Karst and Agasio here. So I just removed all of my Djinn, just spammed attack until they killed us. Or nearly killed us here. Might want to bring the popcorn today, viewers, because we've got a lot of plot to get through today. Oh, well, yeah, there is that. Well, there's plenty of time. You could just grab them and throw them off the edge of the lighthouse. That would put that would make quick work of them. Well, I don't know that he necessarily betrayed you, just didn't back you up, that's all. Well, they're Mars adepts. Well, I suppose Jenna had some healing if you left her in her default job class with Mars Djinn, but I didn't. Oh. Yeah, they might be on their way. Run? Besides, Alex is a Mercury adept. I don't think you guys would stand much of a chance against him, let alone Isaac and company. Well, at least they give a remotely decent reason for why the bad guys keep failing to finish us off. Well, okay, this is the first time, but you know what I mean. Oh, yeah, pretty much. Didn't work out too well for you, did it? Nuts. Haha. Well, she was trying to kill them. They were both trying to kill each other. Oh. No, he still is, but he's not really much of a threat at the moment. Oh. Yeah, we want to torture him first, and then kill him. So, yeah, we need our victims to be healthy before they're broken. Okay, so the rest of the scene proceeds identically as before. We say, hey, we gotta meet up back at Contigo, so let's just go to where I left off last time. Oh, well, good. By the way, if you try to go to Attica Inlet there, where your boat was, and you try to leave, you'll be blocked by an invisible plot wall. So, yeah, you have to come here, but seems that a lot of the houses are locked up, or the shops, or whatever's going on. Wings? I thought it was just the one. Like they already had the one over there. Oh, okay. Hey, alright. Oh, yeah, I didn't really notice much of an earthquake. I thought it was just a fancy light show. What do you think this is? Venus Lighthouse? But alright. So, yeah, this is the house they were talking about that was empty when we first came here, but not anymore. Hey, how's it going? Well, he hasn't raised a sword against me, but he worked with people who caused me harm, and enabled them to do so. Well, yeah, he was at level 1 at the time. He wouldn't have really stood much of a chance. Well, yeah, there is that. Aww. Well, at the time, I think she was a hostage. She was kind of being held at gunpoint, so she didn't really have that much of a choice. Yeah, not until we out-leveled you guys, and then we could fight. Oh, well, yeah, there is that, too. Well, he didn't. Or he did get her involved. Did you just forget about the events of the first game where they raided your hometown, put a lot of lives in jeopardy, and then, yeah, stole the elemental stars? Well, I suppose it has been a while. Like, how many hours have we played so far? Like 40 hours between the two games? So I suppose you could forgive not remembering all that. Like, in the middle of the ocean, Garet's like, Isaac, what are we doing here again? Well, they kind of kidnapped our parents, who I guess are not dead. Well, evidently not, I guess. Not quite sure how that works, but we'll just go with it. Oh, well, yeah, didn't we know that? We kind of overheard them talking about that or something. I didn't think you were that happy to begin with. Like, how could you leave me alone? But weren't a whole lot of NPCs, or nameless NPCs, killed during the storm? I mean, okay, maybe not by the boulder itself directly, but... Oh yeah, his dad was there. Did they kidnap him too? That's a lot of people to kidnap. What? Okay, so you got 3 able-bodied adults and a teenager. But then they do have all that magic or synergy or whatever, so... Okay, I guess that could work. So, if they kidnapped Isaac's dad too, why didn't they hold him hostage? Like, say, hey, Isaac, please don't kill us or we'll kill your father, or something like that. I don't know. Maybe they didn't write it into the plot at the time. Kind of seems to come out of nowhere here, but... Okay, they have him too. Oh, yeah, sure, why not? Oh, yeah, you hadn't grinded the levels yet either, huh? Not at the time. Aren't we... Isn't the jury still out on that? I mean, we think that might be happening, but I don't think we're absolutely certain. I mean, they even admitted it themselves. They're not certain. I would beg to differ with you on that, Shiva. There's plenty of ways a civilization can grow without, well, let's just call it technology. I mean, magic, technology, it's the same difference in JRPGs. Yeah, that doesn't exactly sound like the best plan. Well, the world's gonna end sooner or later anyway, whether we act or not. It sounds like you're saying, well, we have to do something, even though it'll probably end up making things worse. But it's better to do something that'll cause more harm than good than to do nothing at all. Who do you think you are, Congress? Well, yeah, we've got all the synergy in Djinn now, so we could just put the whole world under military rule. Just split up the 8 of us to various towns and countries and all that. Well, we didn't know it at the time. At the time, they were kind of holding your parents hostage and all that. Well, we just kind of went around, kept on talking to people until we found something. Took us 15 hours into the game to get there, but, well, we're there. So, why didn't Felix not have a problem with that? I mean, if we were all taught, hey, you know, we probably don't want this alchemy to get out, I would think Felix would have known better. Because if the world's going to end anyway, what good does it do to save his parents? But whatever, I assume that Felix did not know that because he wasn't there at the time when we left Saul's Sanctum and all that. I would think they would have said something. Like, while they were being raised in Vale and all that, with synergy and all that stuff, being the guardians of alchemy or synergy or whatever. But alright, Hammer somehow got here from the first game. How's it going? We did? Or he does? Oh yeah, that's right. You guys would have came over here. Oh, okay. So they are brother and sister. I didn't know that they outright stated that. I forgot about that. But okay. Oh. Well, oh yeah, that's right. They still haven't lit the Mars Lighthouse. Get your ass to Mars! But yeah, I mean, they're gonna do it themselves right now, so we could just pack up our bags and go home, right? Well, what do you mean? Why not? They're immensely more powerful than we are. Individually, that is. Really? Huh. Maybe there's more to this alchemy thing. Like, maybe sort of like an X-Death sort of thing. Maybe someone wants us to break the seal to unleash this terrible evil on the world or something. I mean, not alchemy, but like some evil spirit or something. That's kind of what I was thinking when I first played the game. Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, well, if you didn't do that, then you would have actually had to explain yourselves in the first game, and then we wouldn't have had a reason to buy the second game. Well, aren't we going on a trip right now? We have? I mean, we have. I guess we have. So I guess, yeah, we're just going to take their word for everything that they've told us without bringing a shred of evidence with them. Yeah, he's still kind of the main character, and he is higher level than Isaac. Now, we still got work to do. Or that. What do you mean, our ship? What happened to Isaac's ship? I don't know. I don't know that they ever explain what happened to their ship. Maybe Alex and Karsten Agasio stole it or something, but there is only one ship now. I mean, obviously they left them, or they got rid of it, you know, gameplay, storyline segregation, because it would be silly to have two of the same ships lying around. But alright, so now we have access to more party members. And hopefully, if you've transferred everything over from the first game, you got all 28 Djinn that they had with them there. And if you did the link or the system link that I did at the beginning of this LP, their Djinn will be exactly arranged as it was when you finished the first game. Even if you use a gold password, they'll still just, well, not randomly insert your Djinn, but there'll be like Venus Djinn here, and then Mars Djinn, and then Mercury or whatever. I forget exactly how they would reorder it like that. Same thing with their equipment, too. Their equipment would not be equipped, which actually might be good for Garet, because eventually I'm going to want to remove that demon axe there. So, yeah, he's still cursed, but if you did the gold password for him, then the equipment would be removed and he wouldn't be cursed anymore. So it does cost me a little more money. But yeah, it's not a big problem. Hopefully you've brought some good stuff over from the first game with you. Let's see, like most notably, we got the spirit gloves here, the ninja garb, a whole bunch of critical hit boosting equipment, war gloves, lots of good stuff. So I've already set up my party in advance here, so let's take a look at what we got. Now, as far as the party members go, these are the 4 that I will be primarily using for the remainder of the game. And you could access these other 4. You can switch them in and out, kind of like a Final Fantasy X sort of thing, but you can only do like 1 per round, if I recall correctly. And it requires immensely more resources to outfit a party of 8 than it would a party of 4, not to mention the experience. Reserve party members get less experience than active party members. I forget exactly how that works. But really, the only reason that I think you'd want to use more than 4 party members is if you're going to be doing summon rushing. Like you unset all your Djinn, and then summon them, let your main party die, all your reserve party members would be brought in then, and then have them summon their Djinn and win boss fights really, really quickly, but I'm not going to be doing that. So I'm just going to be sticking with the main 4 that I have chosen here as my long-term assets. This is what I meant by that in the first and second game here. And let's see, as far as party member choices go, you definitely want at least 1 Venus Adept, because the ultimate weapon in the game can only be equipped by Felix or Isaac, either or. And I also want 2 characters that are either any combination of Mercury or Jupiter Adepts there, so that way I have characters who can buff us up, like during boss fights and stuff like that. And the 4th character doesn't extraordinarily matter. You could use Isaac here if you wanted to instead, but I like using Garet, so that way I can get another disciple in my lineup without using more Mars Djinn, so that way I can at least have someone who has Venus Djinn for finishing off some enemies like that. Although there's not really that many that are weak to it, at least as far as random enemies go. So, yeah, this is the party that I've chosen here. I like having 1 of each element, although that's not an extraordinary concern, but I like having some variety in that respect, not to mention with how you have to distribute Djinn depending on the element of the characters there. Now, as far as the job classes that I'm using, the Disciples are basically the upgrade of the Ninja job class. They got some of the best attack and agility modifiers in the game. So that's why I've got them set up the way I do. Same thing with Ivan. These are the Bard job class, gives him some of the best attack and agility modifiers. And then as far as Piers goes, the next dungeon that we're going to be going to has enemies that are weak to either Mercury or Jupiter. So I want him to be able to have access to either of those for finishing off some of those enemies. Namely, Phoenices, which they're basically the metal slimes of the game. They'll run away pretty quickly if you leave them alive, but since I have Felix really fast as a disciple there, I can have him like throw shurikens to soften them up a bit, and then I could have Ivan and, well, yeah, Ivan and Piers finish off a couple of them. And let's see. So yeah, that's one reason why you could use them that way. As far as my Djinn setup goes, I'll list that in the video description. Although there's still a couple more Djinn that I want to acquire. So yeah, some of them are not quite where I want them to be, but we'll get there soon enough. As far as equipment setups goes, let's see, we got the ninja garb from the first game, so we brought that over. Same thing with the virtuous omelet, or armlet, not omelet. And we have another jeweled crown, so that's pretty nice. Everything's pretty straightforward there. We got the spirit gloves from the first game to boost our elemental power. Same thing with the warrior's helm that also boosts crits and Venus power, so that's pretty nice. Got the Gaia blade from the first game, the elven shirt to help boost your agility there. So now we've got 3 pieces of equipment that boost your agility. Let's see, Garet is mostly the same, except for the war gloves there. I gave him the trident because he has the least mercury resistance, although that's not absolutely critical. And Piers, let's see, I'm going to be getting a better weapon for him, not to mention Garet in the very near future. So we'll get there eventually. Let's see, we got crit boosting equipment. Basically, anything that boosts your crit rate, agility, those are the really big ones. Other equipment that can boost like your attack stat, your elemental power, elemental resistances, those things are pretty good too, but they're not an absolute top priority. Now something else I did with my setup here is I've also given all of the synergy items to reserve characters, since I'm not going to have them use synergy like during battle or stuff, so I can just give it to them since they don't have anything better to do with their synergy there. I'll just sell my excess equipment and items off screen eventually there. Just make sure that you've got the spirit gloves from the first game equipped on Felix, not the spirit gloves from the second game. So yeah, that can get a little confusing. And part of the reason why I'm using the guys for my party here is because they have access to like the heavy swords or the long swords there, and some elemental resisting equipment, that stuff that just the ladies just don't get, unfortunately. So I think they got a better equipment draw than they do, and we're all set and ready to go. So let's take a look around. First things first, now that we have access to synergy from the first game, let's see, let's go to Isaac. By the way, I gave the grind synergy to Isaac there, because it has to be a Venus depth there. But alright, let's see, where was that one synergy? Force, there it is. We got a tree stump there, just like the first game. Use force on a tree stump, boom, we get a new genie. Hooray! Alright, we got Shine, which I think is another attacking genie, if I recall correctly. Yeah, it does. So, let's see, let's set that one, and I want to give that one to Ivan there. So, let's see, let's get rid of Tinder there, since that's not really an attacking genie. That'll help him out a little bit. So, let's get back to the Etika Inlet there. And I guess everyone left the village. Oh, wait, hold on a sec. Yeah, everyone left the village, so... Well, not everyone, but most people left the village. So that's why everything's locked up here. So I'll be a little quiet so you can hear New World map music. Yeah, kick ass! Love the new world map music. We've got a dubious mission, but we're gonna do it kick-ass style. But alright, yeah, we can take care of these guys easily enough. One of the nice things about the way that I have my party set up is that we have so much agility, we're basically gonna be faster than almost everything for the remainder of the game, except like the metal slime type monsters. But alright, easy enough there. Ah, there it is. Well, let's see what they've been doing around here before getting onto the ship there. Yeah, we got a little stone over here. Actually, can I do this part first? Let's see. Okay, so there's the cyclone. Haha! Let's see, I don't think we can get that genie without lift, though. So, yeah, if you recall from the first game, in order to get these stones out of our way, we got lift, boom, we can get back there and collect another useful genie. Hooray! Don't even have to fight anyone for this one either. And I think this one is another attacking genie, if I recall correctly. Let's actually give that one to Isaac, Isaac there. And let's see, Geode, I also want to put to use, so let's see, let's give that one to Garet instead of, let's see, Echo there. That'll be a little more powerful for him. And I like Ground and Petra to help crowd control some enemies. Flower's also pretty good there too. But what have they done with our ship here? Find out next time on Let's Play Golden Sun, The Lost Age. This is HG Bailey, signing off. Have a good day!